Don't worry, there's going to be a little more music after this. We have an amazing end to this night. But I know some of you guys noticed there was a box up front with some questions for the author, so we thought we'd give all the bands just a second to gather themselves and get themselves ready for a nice big finale here. And I thought I'd answer some questions that some of you guys maybe had for the author tonight. So I kind of just pulled out some of the questions on there and we'll kind of see what we have. The first one's a little odd. Have you ever been drunk on a golf cart? The odd thing is yes, in a bad way, but there's children here, I think, so we'll leave it at yes, and we'll leave it as that it's a story for another time, maybe a more adult show. What sparked your interest in bluegrass, and what made you decide to write Bluegrass in Baltimore? I always say I came into bluegrass through the back door. I love the Grateful Dead. And I discovered Old and in the Way, and Old and in the Way was Jerry Garcia's side, project bluegrass band. So to me, I always came in the back door. I didn't necessarily grow up and learn the traditional stuff and learn it that way, but once you kind of get that feeling for it, then you want to find more. So to me, that was where I had that discovery. I was that Old and in the Way and that stuff. And then what made me want to write this? Well, I love three things, really. I love to tell stories, I love Baltimore, and I love music. How about Baltimore? Let's get some love for Baltimore. So as I was saying earlier in the night, I spoke with Del McCurry, and he spoke a ton about his time in Baltimore. And as I researched that, I was like, and here's a great story that includes two of my passions, right? The city I live in that I love, and music. And I love telling the story of it and how it came about. To me, it's fascinating. So that was really what sparked it. That's what made me want to do it. Is like, these places are places that are right around here, places I see every day, and I was like, I want to tell this story. I want to bring these people to life. I think they should be known all the time for everything. We should know about Baltimore bluegrass. And I see Phil sitting up front, and it reminds me that what they're doing is kind of keeping that music alive. So for me, it was that idea to keep the music alive as far as telling the story of these people. So that's really what made me want to write that. How did you conduct your research for the book? I did a lot of interviews. I tried to contact people and talk as much as I could. And actually, a surprisingly really valuable resource was the Baltimore Sun. They had a lot of interesting articles, which you maybe wouldn't think of having in there. And the other place that had a lot of research was liner notes to some of the earlier albums from the 50s and 60s. They were really detailed. Mike Seeger, who Buddy was talking about earlier, did a couple of albums. He did American Banjo and Mountain Music Bluegrass style in the late 50s. And they had really, really extensive liner notes. And a lot of information was in those notes. And I think that it was a great way to look at some of this stuff. Some of this stuff just wasn't recorded. So it was a lot of that. The interviews I did, many of the people who were here tonight, Carol, Russ, Caleb, Chris, Patrick, I spoke with many of these guys, and they had stories to tell, and they had, knowledge to share. And then you would talk to someone else, and you would talk to someone else, and you would find something out, and you get this random email in your inbox that says, "Hey, man, you want to talk or something?" So it was a little bit of everything. Talking to people, there was no set, just one thing that really did it, and then listening to the music and listening to the stories and what they're talking about and stuff like that. So the research was all of that. What was the most unexpected thing you learned while researching and writing Bluegrass in Baltimore? Well, that's really tough. I don't know if I went in with an unexpected idea or something like that. I think it was all unexpected. I had no idea what to expect. And every story was just great to hear. As Carol and Russ were talking about, I was fascinated at these bars these guys played in, and how rough they were and how dirty they were. And we're sitting in this amazing venue here. So to me, that really fascinated me. I mean, we don't go to music in places like that anymore. These corner bars. We go to the 8x10, or we go to Soundstage or Ram's Head or something like that, and these nicer venues. So I think that part really intrigued me, and the fact they kept playing. And a lot of these guys, they played for the love of it. These guys weren't necessarily always these, touring musicians. They were playing around here, and they played a bunch of shows in Baltimore and stuff. So I don't know if there was an unexpected thing. I think it was more, everything was kind of new and exciting to learn. The process itself was unexpected. I'd never written a book before. This was my first one. And I have to say, it's so exciting to look out and well, I can't really see because lights are on my face, but if I could see you guys, you're still here. What helps with that is the hooting and the hollering. That's how we know you're there. But what really was amazing is looking out and seeing people. And like, I'll be honest, there was a thought where I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have my 37 people from my family who are gonna be loud and sitting over here and ask me if I have been drunk in a golf cart, and like the 9 friends I've invited, and then like, there's gonna be a bunch of crickets. So I can't tell you how amazing it is to see a sold out theater and people like enjoying themselves and rocking out and having a great time. All right, again, enough with me. Think those guys ready, Paul?
Bluegrass!
That's what I'm talking about.
Bluegrass!
One more time, how about a big hand for everybody here? I can't again tell you how much I appreciate it. All right, so to end this night, if you've read the book, you may have read this. If you haven't read the book, there's a table up front, stack of books. I'll be out there afterwards if anybody wants to talk. I'd love to make some new friends. But one of the things you read about was all these house jams and these jams these guys played, and I thought, what better way to end than to bring together all these musicians tonight and just rip it up. So let's end it out on a high note. I hope that they're listening and they know that they're supposed to come on when I say this. But like, let's welcome back to the stage everybody, right? Bluestone, Caleb Stein, Chris Jacobs, Patrick McAvinue, Mike Munford, anybody else in the house with an instrument, get your butt on stage and let's play, all right?
Check, check, 1, 2, check, 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 check.
This is a tune we played many a time at the Cope Hill Inn. Friendly Inn.
Oh, we'll do that one. That's a good idea, though. Well, I'm going out on the highway, listen to them big trucks whine. I'm going out on the highway, listen to them big trucks whine. Come on, white freight line, won't you steal away my mind? Well, Chris, I got some bad news from Houston. Half my friends are dying. Got some bad news from Houston. Half my friends are dying. Well, come on, white freight line, won't you steal away my mind? Steal it now, Patrick. Well, New Mexico ain't bad, Lord. People there, they treat you kind. Yeah, New Mexico ain't bad, Lord. People there, they treat you kind. Well, come on, white freight line, won't you steal away my mind?
so wild, Bill Jones. He was walking, talking with my true love, and I bid him to leave her alone. Really said I ain't just ready at home. Whoa, I've been riding over from my side. They sent me to prison 12 long years, just for long to be free. I'm Bill Jones and I long that mountain with no enemy. Well, boys, pass round that lonely bottom. Let's all go out on the spree. He was the end of wild Bill Jones. Gonna be the death of me.
Here's a Bill Monroe song about a horse race.
Temple's gonna beat you to the bright shining sun, Lord, bright shining sun. Oh, Temple's was big cause it was Chardonnay. Went on around to Memphis and beat the Memphis train, Lord, beat the Memphis train. And I live on nation so late, while I'm in the hot sun with the fever in my head, oh, fever in my head. Oh, down in California, and my gun as you please. Come back to old Kentucky, got the fever on me, oh, fever on me. No laughing, children all crying. Go down the damn old town bus, old town bus is flying. Old town bus is flying, old town bus is flying. Oh, now Kyle, my son. Give old town bus bright, oh, little town bus run. Little town bus run, oh, little town bus run. Little Temple's run.
Get some rehearsal there with these microphones keep growing. Yeah. See what they got cooked up over here. With something, I'm sure. I'd like to, while I've got a minute with the microphone, if anybody's headed north on 83 up to around Mount Carmel Road or even up toward Hampstead, Maryland, our banjo player, Tommy here, got his car towed. And he can't get home tonight unless he finds a ride. So if anybody's going up that way and has an extra couple seats, he's got his grandson to take home to got to go to school tomorrow morning, and it's not a very nice situation. So
What do you have out here going up that way?
Going up that way, yeah.
yeah,
We'll get in there.
yeah we're going to get him home one way or the other. Dark as the night. The night, here's the day, I've lost my darling since you went away. Sometimes I wonder Why did you stray this dark as night? And I'm blue as a day. Blue as the sky, there's blues in my heart. It's dark outside since we've been apart. Oh, tell me please, darling, why did you stray the dark as the night? And I'm blue as the day. It's dark as the night, it's blue as the day. I want some of my darling since you went away. Tell me, please tell me, why did you stray? It's dark as the night, and I'm blue as the day. Since we've been apart, just tell me, please tell me, why did you stray? Dark as the night, and I'm blue as the day. It's dark as the night, and I'm blue as the day. Middleton might be in order. All right, sure. I'll have to go ahead and announce it, Pat.
Well, I sold the farm to take my woman where she longed to be, and I left my friends and all my kin back there in Tennessee. I bought those one-way tickets she'd often begged me for, and they took us to the streets of Baltimore. Well, her heart was filled with gladness when she saw those city lights. She said the prettiest place on earth was Baltimore at night. Now a man feels proud to give his woman what she's longing for, and I kinda like the streets of Baltimore. Got myself an old factory job. I ran an old machine, and I bought a cute little old row house in a neighborhood serene. Oh, and every night when I get home with every muscle sore, she'd drag me through the streets of Baltimore. Oh, I did my best to bring her back to what she used to be, but I soon learned she loved those bright lights more than she loved me. And now I'm going back on that same old train that brought me here before, while my baby walks the streets of Baltimore.